Bismillah, 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 Allah.
Okay, good. Please, brothers and sisters, welcome Alia Alzougbi. Alia is a performer from Lebanon, trained at Central School of Speech and Drama in London. Alia uses performances as a tool for discussion, awareness raising, and empowerment, and was recently awarded the New Talent Award at the 2008 Edinburgh International Film Festival for her acting. So, ladies and gentlemen, she's already here. Put your hands together for Alia Alzougbi.
I'm not going to play this. I'm not going to. I'd like to, but I can't.
It's okay, no problem. I will play it instead. At the background.
Uh-oh. Salaam alaikum. We just had a wonderful performance from Silk Road. Wouldn't you agree? But now we're going to take it to a smaller level. And we're going to listen to some stories. So, my friends, listen with your ears and your hearts and see what you make of this. There was once a lion. And this lion was truly the king of the jungle. I mean, when he walked through the jungle, all the other animals cowered and hid away. Now, one day, this lion was wandering around his kingdom when he came across a well. Now, this lion had never seen a well before. So he circled round the well, sniffing at it, glaring at it, and when he felt even safer, he came a little bit closer and circled round the well some more, sniffing at it, glaring at it, and when he felt even safer, he went right up to the well. He looked inside, and the sight he saw was terrifying. It was petrifying. I mean, this lion had never seen a sight so frightening before in his life. For inside the well was a lion as ferocious, as fearsome, as fierce as he. Oh. Now the lion couldn't let this happen. And so he ruffled his mane so that it was nice and large. And the lion inside the well ruffled his mane so that it was nice and large. And the lion outside the well glared with his piercing yellow eyes. And the lion inside the well glared back with his piercing yellow eyes. Oh, the lion had had enough. And so he bared his teeth, and he let out a huge roar. And worse still, the lion inside the well let out a roar so thunderous that the leaves began to shake in the trees. He had had enough. And so the lion flexed his muscles and leapt into the well. On his gravestone was written, "Here lies the lion who didn't know that the ills he saw in others were none but his own." You were listening with your hearts. That's wonderful. That was a Rumi tale. Do we know who Rumi is? Yeah? Look him up. Internet, it's a good idea. Right. And now, my friends, a tribute to Syria. For from that land comes wisdom and wiles like no other. And here's a beautiful tale from there. There was once a very modest couple, and between them they had one boy who was the apple of their eyes, for he was their only son, their only child. And as he grew, they reared him with love and protection as parents do. Until one day, he grew. And so the father decided that it was time for him to go and get a job. And he said to him, "Go off, and don't you come back until you have a golden lira in your hands." What's a lira? Who knows what a lira is? It's a coin, that's right. A golden lira. Now, the mother found this very, very hard to bear. And so, as she packed her son's rucksack, she slipped in a golden lira between his clothes. And so the next day, as the boy was going off to the market, he grew thirsty, and so he reached into his rucksack, and what did his fingers find but the golden lira? And so, as not to arouse the suspicions of his father, he slept outside that night, but not too far away from the house. And as soon as morning came, he rocked up at his father's house and knocked on the door and presented his father with the golden lira. What? Back already? And with the golden lira? MashaAllah. Well done, my son. Now, go out and don't come back until you've brought me another one. And with this, he flung the lira out the window. So the boy shrugged his shoulder, and as he was walking out the door, his mother had refreshed the contents of his rucksack and had slipped another golden lira inside. And as the boy walked to the market in the hopes of finding some work, he grew a little bit hungry. So he reached inside his rucksack, and what did he find but the golden lira? And so, as not to arouse his father's suspicion, he slept outside the house that night, but not too far away from home. And then, as soon as morning came, rocked up at his father's house and knocked on the door and presented the golden lira. And his father said, "MashaAllah, MashaAllah, well done, my dear son. And now you go out and get me another one." And with that, he flushed the lira down the toilet where it disappeared. Now, by that time, the mother didn't have any more golden liras to give her son. And so, she embraced him tightly, and tears ran down her face, and off her son went to the market to find some work. And he was gone for days, and he was gone for nights. And his mother grew very, very worried. And so, when she saw him approaching in the distance after many, many days, she was overwhelmed with joy. And that night, they had a feast. She laid down everything that she could think of. And after the food was done, the father said, well, my son, where is that precious little golden one?" And the son, with pride in his stride and with a twinkle in his eyes, went to his rucksack and pulled out a golden lira. But this time, he hung on to it for that much longer before he let it go into his father's grip. And the father knew. Well done. Well done, my son. And just as he was about to fling the lira out the window, the son said, "No, stop!" And he leapt at his father and snatched the golden lira back. For this lira, he had suffered and he had toiled. And he understood that meaning and value doesn't come from the object itself, but in the journey that one undertakes to improve oneself. Thank you very much. Thank you. Shukran.
Thank you very much, Alia. Ladies and gentlemen, one more huge round of applause for Alia.